Evening. Just thought I'd just give this little video before I wind up for the night. It's been a horrible day here. It's been raining pretty much all day. Sign cricket season's coming, I suppose. But just a little thing that crossed my mind. I had a young lad come to see me on Saturday with his dad. He's a good young cricketer. I think he's on the Yorkshire programme, and they were looking at what bats I'd been recommended to them, which is, you know, the only way that I really pick up works. We don't advertise other than doing the website and Facebook. So I rely on people's recommendations. That's how I go. But they came to look at, you know, getting a bat sorted for him, and I always advise people from my experience through all levels of cricket. I mean, because I wasn't very good, it took me a long time to get into county cricket. So I was 26 when I got a contract, and I'd been trialling from the age of 19. In fact, I think my first trial game was when I was 18. So it took a while, and it was a hard slog at times and quite demoralising, I can tell you. But through those years, I worked in a building trade and for myself for a little while as well in the building trade. So I used to work all the hours I could in the winter to try and pay for the summer, and then, you know, quite often I'd just disappear in the summer and annoy quite a few bosses, and lost a couple of jobs doing it, but it was what I wanted to do. But, you know, money was tight, very tight, and in fact a lot of kids look at me gone out now that I could only afford one pair of trousers, cricket trousers. I mean, mum would stop up and wash them to make sure they were clean for the next day on home trips, and on away trips you learnt the technique of talcum powdering them to make them not look so green or dirty. So, you know, I know what it's like to try and fund your way in cricket, better than most in many ways. So I appreciate when parents come in and they want the kids to have the best that they can get to help them perform, and they'll come in and they want to, you know, look to pay top end money. And well, the fact is, when you're playing a lot of cricket, and you know, particularly batters, but anyone who's playing a lot of cricket and decent cricket, you want a couple of bats in your bag. Well, 2 top end bats is a lot of money, you know. So, you know, I advise people to just exactly what I used to do is go and buy a couple of butterfly bats. You can get, for just a little bit more, you can get 2 bats for basically the price of one, and they'll be beauties, you know, and you're basically cutting your cloth accordingly. So don't get hung up on you've got to have a player's grade bat from any company. Don't get hung up on that. Look at other bats, pick them up, feel them, feel the performance. So this is one that I've made for the lad actually. This is a butterfly, but they're superb. It absolutely pings, and it's actually 2.7 in its naked form. Picks up like a feather. So it's ideal for him as a, you know, 15-year-old, 16-year-old, and he's got great value there. And the fact is, you know, more than likely he'll want another one, and it'll see him through. So it's just, you know, don't automatically think that you've got to go top end. It's lovely having. It is lovely having top end bats, you know, beautiful looking pieces of willow, and, you know, to be able to afford them is nice in my book, particularly when you look at big brands at £600. I'd like to be able to afford that now, but, you know, it's a lot of money. So just have a think about what you want, what's best for what you need, and pick the bats up. You know, even if they're not made up, if you go to a bat maker and they're not made up, pick the clefs up, see if they're going to make the weight you want, but test the ping on them, you know, and see how they feel, and go from there. Don't just jump in just because of the price tag and think that you're going to get, you know, the best thing that you need. It's not automatically the case. Okay, right, I'm going to go and have a beer, and that's me done for the evening. Okay, see ya.